Hey buddy, how you doing? Hey, my wife and I just bought a brand new RV, and I know that you're like a full-time RV guru, and I'm just wondering, what do you have any tips for us? What would you recommend? Let me break it down to simple like this. What are your top three pieces of advice or things that a brand new newbie like me would really need out there on the road? Buddy, let me tell you what, that's a pretty good question. And let me tell you some life advice on these RVs. Number one, don't ever buy an RV that's over the age of 2000. You need to get something you can buy cash, because you know what they say, that the quickest way to get back on your feet in life is to miss an RV payment. Come on, that's good stuff. Isn't that good? That's some good stuff right there. I tell you what, if you want an RV something terrible, just go down to them RV stores. They got really terrible RVs all day long for you. You know, you can just get whatever you want. I tell you, the thing is, you don't want no payments. You don't want no nice stuff. Everything that is good is going to break. So why have that? You don't want to have, that's my advice to you. Get something that's a piece of junk. And I tell you what, you better be able to fix stuff. If you don't fix it, then you shouldn't have it. If you can't fix everything, then you shouldn't have it. I tell you what they tell me is, if you can't afford 3 of them, don't buy 1 of them. I think you've heard that advice before. I tell you, you ain't nothing but a fool trying to get in the RV world anyhow. Stick with your sticks and bricks. Don't do what we do. Don't come out here and enjoy this beautiful country, enjoy the freedom of the road. Don't do that. Stay at home. Stay at home and get locked up into your old world you got going on there. Just do that. That's my advice to you. By God, I'll tell you what, I know best, and you ought to listen to me. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know that's an exaggeration, but I mean, you go to any RV forum, and that's the kind of ridiculous stuff that you hear out there, and it just seems like people just want to, quote unquote, pee in your cornflakes. Do you know what I'm saying? And here's the deal, man, is this is a great life. And my wife and I enjoy it to the fullest. The other day, I was just sitting around, I just asked her, I said, let me ask you a question, just be honest with me. You getting tired of this rig? You getting tired of our life together on the road? She goes, not even a little bit. I love it. Now, I'll admit it's not for everybody, but this is a world out here that is fun and wonderful to explore. It's also normal life. You live out here and you have ups and downs like anything else. But I would just recommend that you just enjoy your life while you can. That being said, what I thought is I'd just do a really quick video on 3 things, just 3, that are gadgets and gadgets, or whatever the right word is, that are gizmos that Gale and I find are the best things that add the most value to our on-the-road life. By the way, this next week, I'm recording this the week of the Tampa Bay, Florida RV Supershow. And Gale and I have been blessed to be invited by TireMinder to go be at their booth on Wednesday. All day Wednesday, we'll be in their booth to meet and greet any of you that would like to come out and say hi to Gale and I. We would love it. We'd love to be able to just get to say hi to you and greet you face to face. All those that you've been following us and supporting us for all these years. So come out and see us. And when you do, obviously the first thing that I'm going to talk about is my love for TireMinder. I don't know how people do it without their TPMS. I know there's other great systems out there, and I don't know which one's better than the other ones. I've tried another company, and this one is my favorite, and especially this actual series. I got 12 tires, including my Toad that I pull behind, that I keep track of. And I can tell you, in California, this saved my tail. We were driving, and I just noticed that my left front driver's side tire was just losing like 1 PSI every few minutes. And I'm thinking, that's odd, you know. So I pulled over and I pulled into a little, just so happens the exit that I pulled off, there happened to be a tire place, a truck tire place, and I pulled in there, and the stem, something had hit the stem and it was leaking air out of the stem. It just been a matter of time, and that tire would have gone flat, and then who knows, especially left front tire, what kind of damage that could have caused us. So This is my #1 recommendation. I don't know what we would do. I would not do this without my TPMS, my TireMinder system. #2, I would say would be right up there with TPMS, is my RV on the go, my Wi-Fi internet on the go. And this has been such a beautiful, wonderful blessing to us. The actual box is through PepWave, but the company that we go through is called RV on the Go. And Michael is the guy that runs this company. And I'm gonna tell you, this little box, it's actually their most expensive box, is just a dream. Right now I'm on our property. We've got a little RV property here. I got about 6 spots to have people be able to come and visit us and stay with us on our beautiful Florida property right outside of Micanopy, Florida. And there is absolutely no Wi-Fi. I'm talking about no 4G LTE, no nothing. And about 7 miles that way is an AT&T tower, and I have Verizon phone. I get 0 service on this property until this little beautiful gadget right here. And we stream all, we have every YouTube TV, we've got all Hulu, all of it, and we watch movies and TV, regular TV. I watched my Rams beat the Cardinals last night, and live TV on YouTube TV. It was great, all because of this right here. And I'm talking about a strong signal. I'm talking this morning I tested it, and I was 27 down and 15 up on a place that my phone doesn't even get any signal at all. I love this thing, and I know it is expensive, but I wouldn't do this without it. This, to me, there's a lot of cheaper, I've noticed a lot of cheaper gadgets out there and stuff like that, but they just don't work like this. PepWave, first responders, through ambulance and fire, they all have these in their rigs, so they can always communicate. This is a huge blessing to us. #3 would be our brand new HaloView rear camera. I don't know what it is with these rigs. The rear cameras just go out so fast. HaloView has just an incredible camera, and it was such an easy install. I'll put a video link here of how I installed it. It gives me a great view of my tow behind car, and up past the bumper of the rear of the bumper, and even down to where I can see where the bars are connected to my Jeep. And let me tell you how that really made an impact on our life and saved us so much. We're just driving, and I just happened to look down, and I noticed, because of the camera, I noticed that the right leg of our toe had come, the pin had snapped off and had come loose, and I saw the Jeep just kind of wobbling like this, and I began to slow down, and as I slowed down, the Jeep tried to come around, and so instead of hitting the brakes, I just let off and let it coast down, and I got 0 damage because I saw it before. I mean, by the time I had gotten it all stopped, the Jeep was on this side of the rig. It could have been completely a huge disaster if I hadn't had a good camera view of from my HaloView camera. So that's a big deal. I'm gonna add one more bonus in there. People talk about this all the time, but we have 3 different GPS systems that we use, and I'm gonna explain to you why. #1, I've got a truck GPS, and the truck GPS, what it does is I'm able to put in my height and my length, and it keeps me away from roads that have lower bridges, and it just keeps me on roads that are also truck approved. There's a lot of roads you'll see when you get there, and they'll say no trucks allowed. Well, I don't ever because of that truck GPS, I'm able to see, don't go this way because it's gonna, that road's not approved. The other thing I have is I have Waze. Waze is on my phone, and I've got Waze going all the time. What Waze does specifically is it tells me all the accidents, all the roads, all the closures, all the the police on the side of the road, the stalled cars on the side of the road. If I know there's a road debris, like a tire that's laying in the road, it tells me where that's at, and I can get over to another lane. And what's cool about Waze is it's free, number one. Number two, it's not, it's done by people. So people are telling you where other things are. So it's real and in real time. It's very, very helpful. And number three is then my wife has just regular old Google on her phone. Why is that important? It's important because if my Waze and my truck GPS are telling me two different routes, then I know something's amiss. Waze might be taking me down a road that cars can only go on. And so I ask her, hey, take a bigger view. Go in there and pull out the view and be able to tell me if I go down this road, what does that mean? Why are these two? What road would you be able to look at, pull out, and be able to say, yeah, go ahead and listen to Waze, or because there's a big accident coming up and the road they're sending you on is safe for the rig. Or it might say, no, don't listen to Waze, just stay with your truck route, and that might mean we have to stay in traffic a little bit. I don't know. Regardless, when I'm traveling, I need as much information as possible, and I just think it's the TireMinder telling me what my tires are. If there's one thing I like about the TireMinder, I forgot to mention, was it not only tells me the tire pressure, it tells me when a tire's getting hot. And we all know when a tire's getting hot, it's about to blow. So that's a major benefit as well. It's just more information. My Halo View camera, more information. I need all the information that I can get, and so that's why my recommendation are mostly all about gadgets that help you gain more information. And then there's always, you got to watch your favorite TV program. You got to watch the Rams. Go Rams! I'm just saying, go Rams. This is overtime here. I got one more bonus I forgot to talk about. This surge guard right here has protected me. I literally probably 3 or 4 or 5 times. What I love about it is before I plug in from my coach into this, I can plug this into any outlet, and it has a testing on here, and it'll literally go through a cycle, and it'll check all connections and all surge and grounds and right and left, and it can be able to tell me whether or not this is safe to plug into. Just yesterday, yesterday I plugged into another RV up here, and I wanted to see if it was safe, and I found out it had an open ground. And so before I plugged in, I got into the box and fixed the ground issue, all because this told me. Had I just plugged in, I don't know what would have happened, but it probably wouldn't have been good. So the old surge guard right here, that's 5, not 3, 5. 5 tips just for you, just for RV Super Show in Tampa, Florida. You got 5 tips from John and Gale Rowlett, a full-time Freedom Tour. Leave a comment below if you've got a tip. I'd love to hear all of your tips. We're always learning, right? Learning, smurning. I don't need to learn nothing, by God. I know everything there is to know about these things. All these stupid people out there with their little RV channels trying to tell people what to do. Don't tell me what to do. I tell you what, I know I'm right. That's all I need to know, is I'm right and you're wrong, and my whole life is about being right. I'm more righter than you are, so that's all that matters. And I'll tell you, I'm going to leave you with this little tip there, young feller. You know why at my age you need a toothpick? Because your teeth fill up before your stomach does. You know what I'm saying right there? Come on, that's good stuff. I don't care who you are. Don't be that guy. Stop it.